Alright, so here we are with the special project me and Crazy been working on. And we now have a matter fabricator, tier 1. And we're using 2 tungsten steel drums to collect our matter in. We also have a scanner over here. Crazy made all the circuits and helped me get the stuff together for these things. And they are crazy. So, first thing we're going to do is we're going to try to make some matter out of hydrogen. So we put that up there. That puts the hydrogen in here. And why is it not starting? You matter fabricator 1054 freaking minutes to do it, and it's only going to give us charged matter. So
it's going slowly.
No, actually, I think Greg changed it so you can't cheat the wire. Or how is that still powering? That's not powering, that's draining. How is that draining? The automatic switches don't work. There we go. See the light on it? Apparently these automatic switches don't work on it because they can't turn enough things off behind them, maybe? I have to say something to Greg about that. But you can see it's actually running. I'm cheating to get my power in here because Greg don't have an EV battery, so I'm having to use an MFSU, so I figured why not just use a CESU as well, so I don't have to mess with transformers. And so this is going to take forever to get done. And I'll go ahead and show you. This is a scanner. We have to have a USB 3.0 stick to do it, and then we have to have whatever we're going to scan. And the scanning is probably going to be pretty long as well. Let's go see. I'm guessing it's going to be about as long as the other thing. Crazy wants me to make a diamond, but I do believe it's going to make the dust, but I'm not sure. We'll try to make a diamond. I ain't even got a diamond, Crazy. You and your diamonds. What I actually plan on doing with it is making osmium, which, by the way,
so do osmium.
Thanks to Skyra for giving me the chance to wash all of his iridium vein to get this osmium and iridium to make these things. If it wasn't for letting me process his stuff, I wouldn't be able to get it done. Alright, so that is not 54 minutes. Holy crap. It's almost done with the first one. But like I said, I'm only going to get charged matter out of this. I'm not going to get the neutral matter. And I will definitely need both to make osmium. So if I was going to actually try to make this osmium, I would need a lot more of it. Let me see if I can see here. Don't even see a recipe for it. I do believe Greg said something about it putting out the gem rather than the dust, and maybe the ingot as well. Let's go ahead and take this off of here, put it back onto this one, which should turn the scanner on. We put that in there, and apparently it doesn't have enough power. Oh yeah, it's eating power like you wouldn't believe. Alright, kill that power. So
And you should have. I don't know
what?
where it went.
The osmium's in the machine.
No,
Oh,
your
it should be
matter.
down here in the tank. Should be in one of these two right here. Charged matter, 1 liter. And then neutral matter is still empty.
Oh.
So this is a good way of getting charged matter. Now, I'm probably going to use carbon to get to neutral, because carbon is, another easily gotten resource. I also have plenty of oxygen because we don't have many uses for it, so I will use them as well. Let's let this thing charge and we'll see if we can scan it in a second. And I'll show you over here, we actually also have the replicator made. We were wanting to check out the powering before we went ahead and made the power setup for the replicator, because it's going to be this same setup here. And so since we were testing this and making sure it worked the way I figured it out, we were going to go ahead and try this, and if it worked properly, then we'll go ahead and make the other CO2 laser emitter. So now to explain to you what all this is, while we wait on that to charge, if that one's out of power now, you have, easy way to look these up is to look up osmium. Alright, so you have Matter Fabricator Tier 1. You can do it all the way up to Tier 5. We chose Tier 1. And you see it can be overclocked without additional energy loss. So that's quite nice. 50% efficiency loss. It uses Q units, which is quantum units, which is what this thing is here. This is a quantum energizer. And to make this thing, it takes a lot of osmium. You need osmium iridium casing. You need osmium wires for the force field emitters, and then you need these crystal processors, rubies and sapphires. Crazy loved making these. She had to make a bunch of them. And then you have your scanner, which is only Tier 3. That's why we have the T3 scanner, because it's the only one we could make. And so it has a diamond one, a ruby one, an emerald one, and a sapphire one. Compact emitter, compact sensor, and 2 force field emitters, again with the osmiridium casing. And then you have the replicator, which is out in the other room. This again is T1 through 5, and it's 2 emeralds and 2 sapphires, 2 compact signal emitters, and 2 compact force field emitters. So we went through but tons of circuits. And then we had to have 2 Tier 1 energizers and a Tier 3 energizer. Now, to get the amount of power in here that we wanted, we had to go with MV electric CO2 laser and an EV electric CO2 laser, which is why we're giving it MV power and EV power. Now, the nice thing about using the MFSU and the CESU is it gives you exactly the 128 and the 2048 that they can use to max these out to give us exactly what we needed. Or I don't think it's maxed out, but it's the exact numbers we needed to get these. You can do that as well with battery boxes, but we chose to do it this way because we had to use this one. Alright, let's see if this is going to be enough to get this scan done. We got to put something in here, usually to get it to kick back on, or I can pop this off. There we go. And now it's running, and as you see, it looks like it's going to be a slow process. So it is going to take probably a lot more power than I currently have in it to do this. It's going to take forever to scan it. My guess is it's going to be the higher on the periodic table something is, the longer it's going to take to scan. So if I had to scan something like hydrogen or carbon, it would have been a lot quicker. But because I'm doing osmium, which is way up on the periodic table, it's going to take forever. So I'm probably going to have to just kill that, because this is not going to be able to keep up. I am sucking the power out of that HV pretty bad. I still have plenty of power upstairs, but we're actually starting to use the power from the solar farm. Amazingly, we've been running power out of this thing all day and haven't seen it even try to take power. And then the replicator is just going to be absurdly slow to run, and it's going to eat ass tons of power. We're going to try to get that set up, and we'll let you know when we got it all done and over with. But we got to get a lot of matter done before we do it. And I do believe me and Crazy are going to be taking off to a new area. We're going to work together, just the two of us, at Bear's Den 4.0. And we've already made the rule that everything that we have stays here. So we're going to go make a fresh start eventually. We pretty much hit all we really wanted to do here. Greg adds anything that we can't do in the Bear's Den that we need to test, we can always come back here to do it. But I don't think there's too much that I can't do over there that I'd have to do here. The village we have here is still waiting on Skyra to come back. When he comes back, we'll probably go back over there and play there, but we're kind of waiting on him to show up, and hopefully he's okay. We haven't heard from him in a little while. But that's all we have for you today. Have a good one. We'll see you next time.